Hello and welcome to the Veritaseum DAO channel. I am one of the co-hosts here, Jeff, otherwise known as Litecoin Leader. Both myself and Lisa Davis, Litecoin Lisa, were able to sit down with Reggie Middleton recently for an extended interview. But until we're able to share the entire interview, we want to give you a few excerpts. So please enjoy this little clip as we lead up to the entire broadcast soon.
That's right. Well, it's also used, Jeff had brought this up, that it's also used outside of the crypto. And I guess that goes to the, what would that apply to more of in the traditional financial industry and also in, would that also be tokenizing? Well, I guess that's crypto tokenizing precious metals.
Let me try and clarify. Let me finish the story.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, Bancor learned their lesson, I think, but they're not as popular as any of those other projects. I have no idea why. But what Uniswap did was they decided we need to protect our intellectual property. Too late to patent it because someone else patented it. So they took their open source license and made it a restrictive commercial license. And so for 2 years, you can't use Uniswap's code commercially. So they went against this open source ethos. The reason is because they started making money, they had to become a real business. You can't sell something that someone else can take for free and resell. Okay. And then all those other projects did. Compound, Finance, Aave. Later on today, I'm going to tweet the terms and conditions of OpenSea. And then you tell me if this open source, nobody should own IP or ideas is really a good idea. You know, OpenSea never even considered it. Those who did consider it were robbed, basically. Now, moving on, the building blocks of peer-to-peer capital markets, or DeFi, are used or are being employed by large centralized institutions because within these centralized institutions, we still have a much more significant increase in efficiency by using distributed ledger technology. So almost all the commercial banks, NASDAQ, if you take a look at our patent, Google Reggie Middleton patent, and then go to the Google Patents link and click it. And then on the right-hand side, scroll down till you see the cited by link. You'll click that, and it goes to show all the companies that had to cite our patent to be able to apply for a patent in the PCT areas. That's the countries of the world that subscribe to a global patent database. And it's now at 66 companies, and a new company is being added every week or so. So when you cite a patent, that means that you have to admit that patent's idea came before yours, and yours has to rest on top of that. So basically, if it's foundational technology, almost anything that's in the space is going to have to cite that patent. Okay. And examples of who cited the patent: Wells Fargo, Bank of America, IBM, Microsoft, NASDAQ, you name it, Allstate Insurance, Dell, who's who in Silicon Valley. We only had to cite a very few companies, and almost all those companies, their patents have expired. So the fact that we had to cite very few entities meant that we had a novel and unique idea. The fact that all these companies had to cite ours means that our idea is pervasive and is being moved into by the industry itself. So as you scroll on the right, see the lights right there?
Yeah.
Those hyperlinks right to the right at the top of the page. One of them.
Oh, at the top.
No, right below you see the blue box?
Yes.
Scroll down 8 inches. Okay, let's stop right there. You see the links in the middle of the page?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of those says cited, another one says cited by. So you click the cited by, and
yes.
Yeah, if you click that, it'll scroll down, you see a list of all the companies. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
N-Chain had to cite 14 times. N-Chain is a IP holding company for Craig Wright Craig Wright is the guy who alleges he's Satoshi Nakamoto. A lot of negative feelings around there, but one thing people are ignoring is the man seems to have filed about 1,800 patent applications. He may have been granted about 800. That's a lot. Assuming 99% of BS, I'm not saying that's the case, but let's make an assumption that almost all of them are BS. That's still 80 strong patents, right?
Wow.
IBM don't even have 80 blockchain patents application granted.
I mean, this has got Microsoft, Wells Fargo on here a bunch. I mean, all kinds of.
They're all over my IP.
Yeah.
Not just what TD Bank.
One.
And
Reggie, this list is certainly, I mean, it's a who's who in the financial market, but considering that one of the missions of Veritaseum at this point in the DAO is to establish partnerships, is this a list of potential partners in the near future, or is that a good foundational list of people that Veritaseum should be reaching out to?
It is a good list of potential partners, but there's more that goes into it. They have a reason to partner. Chances are there's a material chance that if they bring a product or service to market that's using the technology that they're trying to patent, that you see there, and you see the patent numbers and the description of the patent, there's a good chance if they bring that to market, it's going to infringe on the our patent. If it infringes too much, the USPTO is not going to grant them the patent. But if there's a tangential, infringement, it may go through, and there's a good chance they will partner with us. Trying to defeat a patent that you had to cite, and if you get your own patent, may be antithetical to your cause, because if you kill that patent, you kill yours too. So, but patent law is an arcane legal expertise. Okay, law is bad enough as it is. Patent law is the equivalent of frontal lobe brain surgery as compared to your general internist. And then crypto patent law is the equivalent of frontal brain surgery on aliens. So, very, very, very tight.
Very specific. Very specific.
So there you have it, a brief excerpt from our interview with Reggie Middleton. We'll be airing more excerpts like this in the near future, as well as the full extended interview in the coming days. So on behalf of Lisa Davis, Reggie Middleton, and the entire VeriDAO, I hope to see you again very soon. Take care.